Taliban celebrates Victory Day. Oh boy. This is 1 year after the disgraceful US withdrawal from Afghanistan. What we're going to do is we're going to look back at some of the footage from that day, as this war veteran will never forget, and nor should you. So we got this and so much more here today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Coming in hot.
A little bit. A little spicy.
Coming in hot on that one. It's hot. Oh, I'm going to be using a lot of these today. You know what these are? These are stress balls from the Oak Grove Racing Gaming Hotel. Got stress balls.
Yeah, you kind of need them over there.
Yeah. Stress balls, that sounds painful. It sounds like a diagnosis. Joe, what's the matter? I have stress balls.
Better than span cubes.
Oh, okay. All right. What's going on? My name is Joe Padula. I am a veteran, not a victim. And this former Screaming Eagle soldier from the 2nd Brigade Combat Team Strike of the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. I moved the thing with my elbow. The microphone, that is. And yes, I appreciate you all for the opportunity and your time. Woo! Yeah. And hey, guess what? We're all soldiers now, by the way. The culture war. That's right. You've been drafted. Even you ladies with that, sexist women can't be drafted thing. But now you are drafted in this culture war. Carry on, soldier. Yeah.
Is that like Party on, Wayne?
Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Game on.
Game on.
And hey, believe you me, soldiers, we do not plan on losing this war. So make sure to smash that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, comment with your thoughts. And hey, if you're on Facebook, send some stars. Thank you. Much obliged. I do oblige. No,
I do declare.
I do declare. And let me go to the who's in the studio. What's up, Chris Early?
Hey.
No Bay today.
I know. I stole his seat.
Bay's taking care of his mama.
I hope everything is okay.
No doubt. Bay, if you need any stress balls.
Wishing for a fast recovery.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. What's up, Olivia?
Well, I'm excited. I guess I'm a general in the culture war now.
Yes, you are a general. Real quick about Olivia. Olivia was was recently at Austin Peay State University, a great college, great university, pretty large, 12,000 students, about that. She graduated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She was the president of the Young Republicans over there.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. What a tough job on a university, huh? Did you get any bad moments over there as the president of the Young Republicans?
Lots of dirty looks.
Dirty
lots
looks.
Of keeping secrets from people who they're my friends, but if they found out, would they still be my friends?
Wow, isn't that crazy? See, that's what's odd about our side. And what's up, Sam? How you doing? All right.
Good to be here, Joe.
Look at the size of those guns. Could you flex for the camera real quick, Sam? There we go. Here you go, ladies. This is for you. There you go. Say, oh yeah, Sam. Yeah. Get the other arm in there. There it is. Okay. Chris Early, can you go over there and touch them?
No.
Okay. All right. Sorry. but yeah. So, what I was going on saying about like Olivia with you and your friends there, we look at the left as wrong. Okay. The left looks at the right as evil. It's so true.
I forgot who said that, but
yeah, it was. I think it was Yosemite Sam. Okay, a Looney Tune character who visited Chattanooga a lot. Right. I love me some Looney Tunes back in the day.
I like Tiny Toons better.
Tiny Toons, yeah, they took that off too, didn't they?
And they brought back Animaniacs.
Look at this. Taliban celebrates Victory Day as Afghans face economic crisis. 1 year ago today. Yeah, so I'm reading this from Al Jazeera, by the way. Okay, actually, Al Jazeera actually does some journalism. Go figure. CNN, not so much, but Al Jazeera, wow. All right, so in this article, the Taliban has marked the first anniversary of its return to power in Afghanistan. Yep, as its members celebrated a day of victory. That was them chanting slogans next to the former U.S. Embassy in the capital of Kabul. Exactly a year ago, the group captured Kabul after a nationwide lightning offensive against the government forces, just as U.S.-led troops were ending 2 decades of intervention in a conflict that cost tens of thousands of lives. Okay, as a Afghan war veteran, let me explain this to my fellow battle buddies, okay? And so many people were saying this once this went down, that it was all for nothing. That is not true whatsoever. Okay, this was not all for nothing. Yeah, sure, the withdrawal was a disgrace, and we're going to look at some of that footage here in just a moment. But what you did over there, what we did over there, the difference that we made for not only our battle buddies to the left and right of us, but for the locals, we gave them hope. We absolutely gave them hope, okay? And there is one thing that you really, really is the toughest thing to kill is hope. So believe you me, you still got people in there that are very disappointed, but they still got a piece of hope, and that's because of you. All right, so celebrating the day. Here's a I pulled this up. This is from last year's broadcast on this, okay? And I was saying, yeah, it's time to resign. This guy sucks as commander-in-chief, that's for sure. But yeah, Biden was hammered. As we look back, this was an article from last year. Biden hammered for spending time at Camp David while Taliban. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right? While this was all going on?
Ironically, 1 year later, he's still on vacation.
He's still on vacation. Where is he? South Carolina, right? Some island over there?
Yeah, I want to say South Carolina.
Yeah. Olivia, do you know where he's on vacation right now, Joe Biden?
I always thought it was like in Delaware because it always seems to be where he goes.
He goes there on the weekends. He's actually on vacation.
Right.
With Hunter and the rest of the family, the grandkids, somewhere in South Carolina.
I wonder if Hunter's
What's up,
sharing
Mikey
his Parmesan cheese with him.
Well,
Only 10% of it, though.
See, did you see in Delaware where Biden fell off his bike? It's now like a tourist attraction, and people are doing the Biden challenge.
Yeah, if you
with the
Google
bike,
it,
Yeah.
it comes up as Brandon Falls.
Oh, Brandon Falls, isn't that amazing? Oh boy. So
Sounds like a romantic spot.
remember this staged photo, okay, that the White House put out last year while all this was going on? This morning, the president and vice president met with their national security team and senior officials to hear updates on the drawdown of our civilian personnel in Afghanistan, evacuations of SIV, that is SIVs, which stands for, damn it, stress balls. Applicants and other Afghan allies and the ongoing security situation in Kabul. And if you remember this too, the clocks from that picture were all off from the actual time. It started a little conspiracy theory that was Biden even in that conference room at
that time
at Camp David, right? So, but yeah, let's.
It looks like Wilma Rudolph.
Afghan president. Oh, you remember this too? He fled with 4 cars and a helicopter filled with cash.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? Right, he's like, I'm out, and
Ashraf.
Right.
Ghani.
So here is Biden before all this going down, saying everything's fine. Remember this one?
Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not.
Oh boy, that didn't age well.
Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well equipped as any army in the world, and an air force, against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable.
Oh boy, well,
It's indefinite.
yeah, it was inevitable. So, what's going on, Gail? Gail checking in the comments. Mikey Glaze says, "What's up, Sam?" You know Mikey Glaze.
Yeah, I know Mike.
Yeah,
Mike's my guy. He's
Yeah,
a good dude.
he's a good dude. He sounds like Chris Rock. Have you ever noticed that? When he talks, he does sound like Chris Rock. But Gail says, we stopped hearing about the people left there. Are there still our people there? Yes.
Yes, over 200 people.
There are still people that worked for the United States government, that were on the payroll of the U.S. government, that were promised that they were going to be given residency and citizenship here.
And they're still there, and they've been hiding for a year. Because if they get caught by the Taliban, they get tortured and then executed.
Look at that. U.S. installed table, built, bought U.S. dollars, and there's Taliban. They're just sitting in there. Nice rifles. Look familiar, huh?
Likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
Meanwhile, or was it 28 days later? There they are, Taliban in the palace. Yeah.
I hope they
Do
did.
you see any parallels between this withdrawal and what happened in Vietnam, with some people feeling
None whatsoever.
This was once again. This was video prior to
1 year ago.
August 16th. Okay, and it is. He was asked the question: is this going to be? They didn't want that Saigon image, famous image of in the Vietnam withdrawal, of the helicopter leaving the rooftop and all of the Vietnamese who helped the American government during that war
Hanging on.
be like, no, you're leaving us, no, which is what happened.
Zero. What you had entire brigades breaking through the gates of our embassy. 6, if I'm not mistaken. The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comfortable.
Well,
He's right. He didn't get lifted off. They went from an airfield, not from the embassy.
Well, here was a year ago. The striking photo was taken as the U.S. rushed to evacuate its embassy in Kabul, which some critics are calling Biden Saigon moments. Right. There it is. People on the roof and the Chinook taken off.
any parallels between this withdrawal and what happened in Vietnam, with some people feeling
None whatsoever. Zero. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comfortable. Likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
Yeah. Remember also, all right, Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, all right, where the evacuation was taking place. But a few months prior to a year ago, they closed down the base. You guys remember the name of the base that was over there?
Bagram.
Bagram, yes. One of the most sophisticated bases in the history of world and war. All right? And they said, we're going to leave this in the middle of the night.
They had a good Pizza Hut there.
I never been to, well, I hopped in Bagram. I wasn't like playing hopscotch or anything. It's, you know.
Quite a connecting.
Yes, absolutely.
Got your frequent flyer
Padula,
miles.
stop hopping on the air ring. What are you doing, Padula? Do push-ups. So,
Front-leaning rest.
and that would have been the ideal, of course, way to withdraw everybody. It was only about 15 minutes away from the actual capital of Kabul. All right, get those buses back and forth. Who needs to come in? Now we have security. Instead,
We give up Bagram.
Will not conduct a hasty rush to the exit.
we conducted a hasty
We'll
rush.
do it responsibly, deliberately, and safely.
Yeah. Yeah, does that look like safety? See, that's Kabul International Airport, where they decided to do the evacuation.
Yeah.
Remember, huge mistake. Wasn't Bagram. Didn't have the actual security to keep people from running all over the place. There they are. What that is? That's the thing that goes up to the plane to
Galleyway.
What is it called?
Galleyway.
A galleyway, and the galleyway connects to the airplane, right?
The airplane connects to the air.
And and the thigh bone connects to the pelvis bone, right? And your coccyx, right?
Coccyx.
Coccyx.
Yeah.
The coccyx.
Yes.
All right, Olivia, do you know what the coccyx is? Did they teach you that at Austin P?
That's your tailbone, right?
Yes.
All right. Just people climbing over each other to get the hell out because they know Taliban is going to kill them.
The one thing I would hate to have to be that pilot.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to get that order, just to get that order, turn it on and go, knowing you're going to kill people.
And kill them in the worst kind of way.
Yeah.
Falling from your wings.
Unreal. There is outside of Kabul International Airport. What do you hear? Gunfire.
AK.
I mean, tens of thousands of people, and then this was the what was this? What is that? Is that a
C-130?
No, is it a C-130? I think it's a DC-10. No.
I think the
Well, nonetheless, the military aircraft is taking off, and we all saw the footage of the Afghanistan people running onto the tarmac as this DC-10, I think, is trying to take off. C-17, thank you. Mikey Glaze.
the C-17 had props.
Yeah. There they are, clinging on. Look at that. And then it takes off. And what do you see?
I'd be terrified it would take off when I was holding on.
Right?
You know what?
They don't know, though. You know what I mean?
I can imagine how scared they must be to stay there.
Right.
That they would hang on to an airplane that's going up into the air thousands of feet.
Where they think they have a percentage of survival. They would rather take that percentage.
It's a 0%.
Right. But they think there's some, once again, hope. But then you see them falling off. Watch.
I'd fight Vecna before I do that.
Man. Well, you know, not for nothing, Sam. I think you'd be able to hold on because of your arms. So, yeah, I think you'd be okay.
No.
Right. Just bring a jacket. It gets cold up there.
Some oxygen.
Okay? Bring some stress balls.
And hold on to them and squeeze them at the same time.
Where's my stress ball? See him falling?
I'd rather not.
Well, look at this. You see him?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not the first time I've seen an image like that.
Unreal. Right? All right, I hear you. Yeah. And oh my God! And all the weapons left behind. All of the weapons. Listen, don't forget what happened last year. Don't forget, because as soon as you remember that feeling. Everyone was disgusted at what they were seeing, and yeah, if you let the emotion escape, stuff like that will happen again. Look at all this. What is that number there, Chris? What does that say?
Which one? There's a bunch of numbers.
Here. This one.
So 85 billion U.S. funding to Afghan army. 600,000 weapons. 75,000 vehicles.
And?
200 aircraft.
Damn.
Well, we just armed them.
You just created the 6th largest military in the world last year.
Yeah.
We did that. Our leaders that we elected did that.
On the fairest election.
That's what we're saying. It was the fairest election ever.
Ever.
YouTube.
And yes, Mikey Glaze is right. It is a C-17. C-130s are the prop.
Yeah, C-17. That's what I said the whole time, right? Thank you, Olivia. He's just trying to kiss Sam's ass. Here's Mike Pompeo last year. He was what was his position in the Trump administration?
He was the Homeland
Secretary of
Defense. Yeah, he was
Secretary of State.
State, yes. He was
we made
former
abundantly clear if they did not live up to that piece of paper, to the words that they had put on the ground.
So he's talking about. So the Trump administration made a deal with Taliban. Listen, yeah, we're going to get out of Afghanistan. Here's what you're going to do, okay? You're going to do nothing until we're out. All right? You got it?
A couple
Deal?
more stipulations, but yeah.
Right, pretty much, right.
Yeah.
We weren't going to allow them to just walk away from any deal that they'd struck. We were going to go crush them. We were going to go impose real costs on them. We weren't going to let them take these provincial capitals. They understood that American power was going to come to their village, to their community, to the friends and family around them, and we were going to make sure that they understood America wasn't going to allow Americans to be killed from this place. We didn't take the word of the Taliban. We watched their actions on the ground when they did the right thing and they helped us against terror. That was all good.
When Biden was saying in July, okay, a month prior to August 16th, 2021, what did he do when he was talking about Taliban? Oh, they're not strong.
Yeah, there's only a couple of them.
Oh, it's not going to be the same thing. These are weak people. Sam, if you get called weak while you're being security somewhere, do you feel like bucking up and proving that you are not weak? Right?
Of course.
Right. This friggin' leadership say, come on, man, they're weak, man. They're not. This ain't gonna.
Well, Joe, the bigger picture.
Uh-huh.
Who are they going to? Not just this, but the border crisis,
That's right.
everything, inflation. Who are they going to answer to? What's going to make it stop? And then you'll say, the voters when this election comes around. But
honest and fair elections.
Who's going to make sure that we have that?
Well, Sam, of course they're honest. This is the fairest election ever. All right. Let's see. Who do you make? Well, okay, you can have the FBI keep them in check. Hold on, that was a joke.
They like their job.
That was a joke, right?
Yeah.
No, I hear you. Where are the watchdogs?
The FBI.
Right. What are the? By the way, do you know the FBI is an executive order?
Yeah.
Right. To when Prohibition
J. Edgar Hoover
was
signed it
put
as
in
an
place.
executive order. Yeah.
Okay. Herbert Hoover.
You sure?
Yeah. J. Edgar Hoover was never a president.
No, J. Edgar Hoover was.
To sign an executive order, you have to be the executive. The
Yeah,
president.
but I'm saying he was the head of.
Oh yeah,
FBI,
yeah, absolutely.
not president.
But yeah, so the FBI was just created like, you know what? We're going to create a group. I'm the president, and they're going to enforce that nobody's drinking. And that executive order was supposed to go away when Prohibition ended. It's still here.
It's kind of like the Patriot Act and TSA.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was created after 9/11, and it's still in place.
It is. You're absolutely right. And don't get me wrong. I like the FBI.
I thought the FBI was designed to catch criminals across state lines where state law enforcement couldn't.
Yeah. Everything internal, FBI. Everything outside the U.S. is
CIA.
nice. Borders,
Inside or outside of the
inside.
borders?
FBI.
CIA?
Homeland Security,
Same thing.
right? Border Patrol.
NSA.
CB. I mean, throw some letters together and they all work with inside the border.
You're right, though, about the TSA. I mean, and the Patriot Act and everything. And here it was. Even back then, a young Joey Padula was like, yes, we need protection.
Jay Mickelborg. Back on Facebook, by the way. So he's out of Facebook jail.
Welcome back, Jay Mickelborg, out of Facebook jail.
We'll see you. We'll see you on YouTube again next week. Mm-hmm. He writes, "The cross-dresser? Coincidence? Melania's wardrobe?"
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get into that in just a moment. But back to Mike Pompeo.
And when they didn't,
Last
we crushed
year.
them.
Yep, we crushed them. Yeah, and then 7 were dead. This was just with the chaos. Don't forget about August 26, 2021. That terrible day when 13 of our service members were killed.
Absolutely.
Yep. Here is footage from last year of our military vehicles being used to control the crowds running onto the tarmac.
Are they shooting anybody? Or is it just warning?
They just warning shooting, to the air. They shoot like this. But if they come to that side, probably they'll be fucked up.
Got kids out there with them?
There's kids out there, bro.
Yeah, I see kids.
That's why they're not
Firing bullets saying this is the line you don't cross, my friends, and if you do, you'll be killed. Thank you for all that information that you gave us all through 20 years of war, but we will kill you if you cross this line. That's 1 year ago.
Yeah, kids, like over the future stuff.
Nah, they don't have to shoot them, man. Kids, no.
No, they can't.
We looked ridiculous.
We have come to our victory.
Here's Taliban a year ago, sitting in the embassy.
We'd like to assure our residents names have been given to us.
Oh, they got some names.
Well, yeah, they left a book of them there.
Yeah. U.S. prepares to house thousands of Afghan refugees on American military installations. Remember that took place too, right?
It did.
Anyone that got on those planes? Hey! Right. Yeah, unreal. Look at all those U.S. bases overseas. Wow. We are everywhere.
I didn't realize we had one in Canada.
Gold Star families heartbroken after Taliban take over Afghanistan. Well, again, it wasn't all for nothing. Your service proved a few things. One, that you have men and women, American men and women, willing to go to war. When you have a populace where no one is man enough or woman man enough, okay, to stand up and fight, that's when your enemies go, okay, we'll see you next week. We're coming in. We'll give you a heads up, all right?
Kind of like Russia, Ukraine.
Right. Oh, you don't have anyone that's strong or willing and able to stand up for your nation? Okay, we're coming in. So, by your daughters and your sons, your spouses, your your dads, your moms,
Your brothers, your sisters.
all of them, every family member, whatever they identify as. Yeah, them standing up showed the world, man, America has some badasses. Because, hey, we were badasses over there. Taliban was tough fighters, too. Don't ever. When I heard that clip in July of 2021 of Joe Biden saying, this ain't, come on, man, this ain't the North Vietnamese. Obviously, this guy's never been to war, especially with Taliban. These are some crafty little motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
Damn,
they
were
crafty.
Damn. AK-47s, pop, 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 pop. Put it down. Hey, it's just a shovel. All I got is a shovel. That's it. I don't got a box. That means I just have a shovel, I think. In Pashtun. Garigaba. Yeah, this guy. It's time for him to get out. I think that's all I got from that one.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you're on Facebook, stars.
Oh, remember this is how desperate they were. These people, here's my baby. I'm going to hand it through this crowd of thousands to pass the baby forward to get it to those Marines and get it over into the airport. Hopefully it will go on a plane somewhere and make it to America. Bye, baby. I'll never see you again. Could you imagine? Holy shit. Don't ever forget the embarrassment of last year. 1 year ago, August 16th.
And we're not talking about the troops.
No. It's not the troops. This is all at the leadership level. Leadership level failed us.
We are so proud of every single one of y'all.
Some of them are dirtbags. I've served with a couple dirtbags.
Still proud of them for being there.
Right? Sam, you've seen plenty of soldiers,
Absolutely.
while working. Some are dirtbags.
Worked with a lot of them over the last 15 years. Worked with them, so yeah.
Olivia, do they hit on you, the soldiers?
All the time.
Oh, see?
Well, they're just men. That's not because they're soldiers. It's just a young man.
Yeah, that's the XY chromosome kicking in.
Yeah.
Just being normal.
Woman. They're like Animal from Muppets. Woman.
And someone suggests that her dad is here, so you might.
Yeah, that's right. Sam's her dad.
Who's your dad? The guy that looks like Stone Cold? I don't know.
Who's your daddy? Oh, the guy over there.
You mean who is my father?
Yeah. But yeah, don't ever forget this, okay? Don't. What else do I got in this list of videos? Oh, this one gets me every time. This girl is on the other side of the airport, the tarmac. See the barbed wire? It's all fenced in, right? She's pleading. Do you know what she said? Taliban is coming.
Please help me.
They're going to kill me.
Taliban is coming.
Could you imagine? Don't ever forget, 1 year ago. I know the media didn't do much coverage of it today. Have you noticed that? Would you have known if it was 1 year ago? If you were watching CBS or CNN? Even Fox News didn't do it. Fox News is...
Fox News actually did cover it. They covered it for about an hour and a half.
Did they? I missed it. there. Again, here is our... these are... Oh, look at those Apaches. They're escorting the planes. You know why they're in front of the C-17? To clear people off.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't do the running thing like we saw. This was in Kandahar. This was Taliban. Kandahar is in the south. Kandahar is birthplace of Taliban. That's where our unit went in 2010, 2011. Was Kandahar, Afghanistan. Home, birthplace of Taliban. And boy, did they kill anyone that was working for the Afghan National Police, the Afghan National Army. They just slaughtered them. Unreal.
He's right up there right
Carrie
now.
Lake. We'll get into Carrie. Oh, I wish we would get into Carrie Lake. More outside of the airport. Look at that chaos. Once again, passing more kids. Look, bye, little baby. I was your mother and father. Never gonna see you ever again. Could you imagine that sacrifice?
Well, as a parent.
Oh, you know what this is? This is Taliban beating those interpreters that worked for the Afghan government that were helping the U.S. Oh. Yeah, come on, man. Taliban weak, man. People elected an asshole, you know that? You know what this is? Olivia, take a guess what this is. This is Taliban covering, spray painting every image of a woman in the city of Kabul. Every image of a woman. Oh, gotta cover that stuff up. That's Pashtun for cover up the women's faces.
Skin.
Yeah. Because they go like this. Women own businesses?
The people who do support Biden and his administration are the people screaming for justice and equality.
Yes.
So it's hypocrisy to me that they would still support this administration.
Well, here's the thing. I was all for the withdrawal of our troops from Afghanistan. But not like, oh, it's midnight, let's go.
Yeah, he set.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, he set the date specifically so that he wouldn't have it go on any longer.
Here's what he wanted. He wanted September 11th, 2021, the 20-year anniversary of that horrific day. He wanted by then to say, come on, man, look what I did. But look what you effing did.
He made it revamped.
Yeah, Newsmax. Gail goes Newsmax. I like Newsmax. Who's that guy on Greg Kelly? Is he on Newsmax? I like Greg Kelly.
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
Taliban president.
Oh yeah, look at this. Yes. So this was Showtime. They did a pretty good job on this, actually. They sent in a reporter to interview Taliban prior to the takeover of Kabul, and listen to these.
Would that still include women's rights and a democracy?
Rights would adhere to Islamic Sharia
So would you
Sharia law.
believe in the democratic vote, though? So would people be allowed to vote in women politicians?
Do you see that? You heard what the reporter asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Olivia, what the reporter just asked this Taliban leader?
Are women still going to be able to be involved in the government?
Right. And what was the guy's reaction?
Women politicians.
That means stop filming. In Dari. You didn't know I was so fluent, huh?
I'm very fluent, apparently.
Very fluent in Pashtun and Dari. That's the two major languages.
What's next, Farsi?
Yeah, I know. I could speak Iranian.
Okay, that's fine. You just want to answer.
It made me laugh, he says. All right, there they were, shooting people in the streets of Kabul like they promised. Well, look at that. Remember this? All the helicopters they got. And remember the helicopters that were flying around? You think that was actually Taliban flying them around? No.
No, they wouldn't know how
The
to fly
Iranians and the Chinese were the biggest fans of this. They were like, oh joy, American weapons? Let's play. Unbelievable. Craziness. I think that's all I got for this anyway. Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is. Just a year ago, just remember.
365 days.
That's it.
After watching this, I don't ever want to hear another woman complain about manspreading ever again.
What's manspreading?
It's when men, are sitting down and, their legs are apart.
Yeah. I love sitting like that.
And apparently it's, it's sexist or whatever, but, it just goes to show you, how much we have over here and how much we take it for granted. Women here, we have so many rights, and they can't even go outside unless they're, completely covered.
Well, we have a big problem here in the U.S., and it might be one of the biggest problems this nation is facing. It's not inflation. It's not the high gas prices. I'm glad it's coming down. It has nothing to do with their policies, by the way. I'll get into that in a moment. It's not racial tension. The biggest problem I think the U.S. is facing is victimhood. The addiction of being a victim, and the attention that they get from it, and the money they can make from it. And it gives someone, only if you give it to them, it gives someone instant power over you. It is the most narcissistic thing going on in this nation today. And that is the biggest problem.
And Gen Z has weaponized it.
Uh-huh. What is after Gen Z?
I think it's Gen Alpha, everyone born after 2010.
Yeah.
It's Gen A.
And Gen A?
Gen A.
God. Oh, is that a Forrest Gump joke? Here's what's great about them. They're such hope. They're tough. They're going to be tough. And what's also interesting, Olivia, I think you might find this comforting. So conservatives are having children, I think it's 3 times the rate of those on the left. And if that's here it is. They want to kill their babies. And hey, same-sex marriage, you do you, boo. I don't care, right? But they're not having children, which means they're not raising children at the rate of conservatives. So in a generation and a half, the majority, a large majority of this nation will be raised conservatives. That's why they want to take over the school systems and the teachers, so they can raise your children to their beliefs and values. Why? Because they're victims.
I've never believed in homeschooling so much as I do now.
I agree.
Right.
I never, way back in the day.
We
way
used
back
to
in the
mock
day,
it.
I used to mock it, and I used to, but now, I wish every community would get together, elect one parent to teach the kids in that neighborhood
the basics.
Yeah,
there are these homeschool communities which are great, and they're easily able to be found via online and everything. But yeah, we used to mock the homeschool kids. We had this one guy, Adam Mystery. Okay, good dude. I don't know where he is now, but he was in church, and we were kids in church, right? And he was like homeschool, and we were like, oh, bring in your yearbook. Oh, look, who's valedictorian? It's Adam Mystery. Oh, look, varsity football. Adam Mystery. Oh, look, here is the guy that won the spelling bee. Adam Mystery. Right. And he was just like, all right.
Well, prom must have been disappointing.
Oh, prom king and queen. Adam Mystery. Right.
I'm really in favor of charter schools. And I know that they tried to open 2 in Clarksville, but it got shot down by the school board. Big surprise.
Which is all Democrat.
Oh yeah. We had the contestants who were running against the incumbents for the school board. Oh boy, our incumbents.
I think we really need to do that.
I went on the Twitter for one of our school board members who's been a school board member for 20 plus years. Oh boy, radical left, radical.
Yeah, there's a group in Clarksville. I think they're like Clarksville Indivisible or something, and like their leadership is mostly teachers and school board members.
Yeah. It's interesting too, and you follow the money. We have and I'm friends with Constance Brown, president of the Clarksville Montgomery County Education Association. That's like the union for our teachers here. Well, they're part of what is known as the National Education Association, and that is one of the biggest school unions in the country.
They're wanting to change the term birthing mother to birthing parent.
I went on their website, and it's all this woke nonsense. So, and I told Constance, I'm like, yo, this is who your affiliation with. This is who your boss is. We got problems. We got to talk about that. But anyway.
And the funny thing is the neighbors of America that Biden won't speak up about or support us against, like China, North Korea, the Taliban. Let them take over and see how much woke shit goes on.
Oh boy.
Do you think that woke stuff goes on in Afghanistan or China?
No way.
Do you think they'll send female athletes to an Olympics with transgender men or transgender women that were born men? They're not gonna do that.
No. And listen, to each their own. Can I still say that line?
To each their own, yeah.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy.
Right. But again, you go be woke. Don't force us to be. I don't want to be woke.
That's it. It doesn't matter how you want to be identified. It's how others perceive you. So
right. I mean,
you can think that you're a potted plant, but if I think that you're a guy, then in my mind you're a guy.
Yeah. I mean, biology. Okay. And yeah, if you want to be you're born a guy, and now you're a trans female. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good for you. You do you, right? When you die, and 100 years goes by, and someone's has to, I don't know, they're digging up your bones for something. They're gonna look at the bone and, oh, this was a male. Do you know what I mean?
Good point.
Yeah, they're not going to care.
That's the science of it.
They're not going to care. The worms don't care what you identify as.
No, they're like, oh, look at this femur. This was a 6'4" male.
Yeah,
You know, right.
Look at the hips. That's a guy's hips.
Speaking of woke, we've been talking about this monkeypox. We played the CDC video.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was hysterical. Do you know how you get monkeypox, right? What's the main source of transferring, or not transferring, spreading monkeypox?
Isn't it like person-to-person contact?
Butt sex. All right? And hey, do you, or whatever. If you can do you, that's impressive. But, yeah, again, just saying. But the media has been like, you can't be shaming people who are getting monkeypox. Nobody's shaming anything. We played the CDC video where they're like, listen, cut back on butt sex for a month.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the video from the CDC.
Don't go to raves and touch people's butt. I was just like, wow.
Well, dog catches monkeypox from French gay owners.
Of course they were French.
Oui, oui.
Oh, is that a thing with the French? So, here's from the Post-Millennial, okay? Doctors have reported the first confirmed case of monkeypox that spread to a dog, potentially through its owners, a gay couple. And hey, again, I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're gay. But how does dog get monkeypox?
It's not by like having a loose cut.
Calling into question whether pets should be isolated from owners diagnosed with the virus.
I think owners should be isolated from owners.
According to medical journal The Lancet, June 10th, 2022, two men went to Petit Salpêtrière Hospital in Paris, France, with the men complaining of anal ulcerations and rashes that had spread. Olivia, with your father here, can you say this word that's been highlighted?
Anal ulcerations.
Okay, I'm going to segment that.
She's an adult.
That's going to be a soundbite.
I'll make sure I use that.
Anal ulcerations. So the Lancet describes the couple as non-exclusive, which means
non-exclusive, not one person.
Many butt sexes, right? And says that the patient is a 44-year-old Latino man with now I hate the Latinos, I guess, right? Now I'm gay bashing, and now Hispanic phobia, Latin phobia,
Hispovia.
So the 44-year-old Latino man with HIV. Oh boy! Oh, this poor dude.
Oh my God, Mikey.
Oh no! What did Mikey say?
They screwed the pooch.
Yes, Mikey. I believe they did. I believe they did in more ways than one. But now the guy's got HIV. The dog's got HIV now.
I don't know. I don't know if dogs can contract HIV.
Well, the second patient is 27-year-old. What is a gay man cougar called?
A leopard.
Is it a leopard?
I would assume.
I would ask Alexa that, but I don't want that in the history.
Ask Sammy.
Nope. I'm not asking Samuel L. Jackson that. While the second patient is 27-year-old white man who is HIV negative. Oh. So, quote, okay, this is from The Lancet. The men had presented with anal ulceration 6 days after sex with other partners. In patient one, that's the 44-year-old leopard, anal ulceration was followed by Olivia, can you say this?
Oh, God.
Good luck to you.
Vesiculo.
Did you say poo?
Vesiculopustipar.
Right.
Pustular.
Followed by a rash on his face, ears, and legs. In patient 2, on the legs and back. In both cases, rash was associated with asthenia, headaches, and fever 4 days later. Now, the two men were diagnosed with monkeypox through a PCR test using skin or oropharynx and anal samples.
I bet they really like that.
Olivia? Say it, please.
Anal samples.
Okay, very good.
Junior samples.
We needed a little bit better.
Yeah. Monkeypox has been spreading worldwide, mainly in communities of men who have sex with men. And hey, you do you, boo. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just don't do your dog.
Don't screw the pooch.
Okay? Don't do the dogs. I'm not for animal sex stuff. Bestiality. Is that the word, Olivia?
Yes.
Can you say that?
Bestiality.
Thank you.
Now we can't use that one.
Yeah, she laughed. Yeah. Monkey. Okay. In recent months, with the World Health Organization, the who are you declaring a global health emergency in July? Not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me.
All right.
Oh, ironically, they're declaring a.
Notice Sam
health-
didn't say not for me. Did you notice that?
I'm thinking it. It's in my heart.
Okay.
It's in his heart of hearts.
It's given. It's
How'd it
given.
get in your heart? Through the throat? So.
Through the oral pharynx.
So the two men, the PCR test, the monkeypox. Okay. 12 days after the men were diagnosed, their 4-year-old male Italian greyhound began presenting symptoms including mucocutaneous lesions, abdomen pustules, and a thin anal ulceration. There you go.
Apparently, greyhounds aren't fast enough.
I mean,
wait, the dog had an anal ulceration?
Was the dog?
Where's
gay
my stress balls?
Too?
One. I'm like Lance Armstrong. I don't know where the other one is. Found it.
Lance Armstrong of stress.
Yes, of stress balls, right. So the dog received a positive PCR test. Results for monkeypox using samples from the dog's oral and
Anal cavity.
very good.
Perfect.
Very good. Monkeypox virus DNA sequences from the dog and patient one, that is, were compared by next generation sequencing. This is from the Lancet. Both samples contained the virus of the HMPXV. Okay, one clade lineage B1, which has been spreading in non-endemic countries since April 2022. And as of August 4th, 2022, has infected more than 1,700 people in France, mostly concentrated in Paris, where the dog first developed symptoms.
That HMPXV sounds like a new Honda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or Beamer. Right. So the men said that they had been co-sleeping with their dog. I got a question. What's co-sleeping?
Sharing the bed.
Okay, so you're sleeping with the dog.
Yeah.
Why say co-sleeping? Sounds like someone's feeling a little guilty.
Well, I mean, did it just like slip in while they were co-sleeping?
Then we stuff him with the bread, don't
It's a ménage à trois.
because he's dead. So, yeah, they've been co-sleeping with their dog, but noted that they had been careful to keep their dog away from contact with other pets or humans following the onset of the pair's symptoms, 13 days before the dog began presenting these symptoms. And what was one of the symptoms, Olivia?
Anal ulceration.
Very good. So, the Lancet noted that testing results concluded a 100% sequence homology. Oh, sorry. Homology. Sorry.
Homology.
I didn't mean to say homology. Sorry. Between the virus that infected the patient one and
the dog.
So, patient one gave the dog monkeypox. The dog has anal ulcerations.
I hope the 22-year-old or whatever is like, I'll see you later. You're not ever touching me again. Not after the dog.
You cheated on me? Sorry, not a good French accent.
Silly dog face.
I have to sing that song from Little Mermaid to get close. Les croissants, hi hi hi, ho ho ho. So,
Wow.
So in the endemic countries, okay, this is from the Lancet, okay, only wild animals, rodents, and primates. Oh no, rodents! Get Richard Gere out of here. Get Richard Gere out of here, which wasn't true, by the way. That was all a big rumor with the gerbil. Have been found to carry monkeypox virus. However, transmission of monkeypox virus in prairie dogs has been described in the U.S. and in captive primates in Europe. Who's doing prairie dogs? Those are
they run very, very
critters.
fast.
Yeah. So in captive primates in Europe, okay, with imported infected animals, infection among domesticated animals such as dogs and cats have never been reported.
Up until now.
Up until now. So the Lancet states that the best of our knowledge, the close timeline of symptoms displayed in both the owners of the dogs suggest human-to-dog transmission of monkeypox virus. So, given the dog's skin and the mucosal lesions, as well as the positive monkeypox virus PCR results from anal and oral swabs, we hypothesize a real canine disease, not a single carriage of the virus by close contact with humans or airborne transmission, or both, they wrote. Our findings should prompt debate on the need to isolate pets from the monkeypox virus positive individuals. Don't bang your dogs. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, I thought that was a given.
Don't co-sleep with your dogs.
That was in my heart of hearts.
Co-sleep. Damn. I love the picture of the dog they use. That's not the dog, by the way. Huh? Now the dog's got to worry about monkeypox and getting AIDS. Damn. Where's Magic Johnson? Where's Magic Johnson? We got to talk to him.
He doesn't
about
have
this.
AIDS.
That's why we got to send this dog to Magic. Unreal. All right. Any questions?
Any comments, gripes, concerns?
Yeah. Don't do your dogs. Stop it. Sam, I can't anymore. I can't. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Sam, I appreciate your Oak Grove stress balls. Okay. For a show like today, where we talked about the year anniversary and dogs getting monkeypox from their owners, I need some stress balls because my balls are stressed. Sam, what do you got? Yeah, got anything before we get out of here? Sorry to leave on such a sad note, but
can we just throw Tulsi in there real quick? Just end it with just a video of her saying something.
Tulsi?
Yeah, just so that we don't have to end it on such a sad note.
I wish I had a Tulsi
What
video.
about
You do.
the DeSantis?
Or, I'm sorry, Carrie.
Oh, Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake.
Oh, BDE.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Where is my girl? So you guys know who Carrie Lake is, right?
Oh, yeah.
She's running for governor in Arizona.
He's right up there right now. And his name...
I love her. She was a media personality who was like, okay, that's it. You're feeding me these lines. I'm not saying these lines. I'm out. Okay? Enough of the BS. This is exactly what that guy Donald was saying with the fake news. Okay? It's all fake news. Okay? You are fake news. Well, Carrie's like, yeah, this is fake news. Okay? I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
And then they're like, okay, what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to run for governor and change things. Well, here she is. She, I love me some Carrie Lake. Where is, FBI. FBI's asshole. They took his passports. Did you see that in that raid? It doesn't matter. The guy has his own plane, and he'll call Saudi Arabia. Hi, Prince. Yes, that's right. It's me. Right. No, I miss you too. But I'll be at the private airport landing. Do you think they check his passport? Do you know what I mean?
First of all, why would the FBI take his passport? That's not.
Yeah, right.
That's not presidential documents.
This is a huge violation of the Fourth Amendment.
I mean, so many laws broken.
Oh
yeah.
But it's only emboldening everybody to be like, okay, enough of this nonsense. All right, fine, I'll support Donald. I don't want to, but I have to.
Yeah, it's pushed a lot of Democrats to the point where they're like, look,
be like, you better have something good.
We're out of here.
You better find something good. You better plant something real good in there, right, in those boxes. But Carrie Lake, okay, she was on fire. This is from the Gateway Pundit. She was on fire at the Unite and Win rally. This was in Phoenix, Arizona, with U.S. Senate nominee Blake Masters and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Look at this.
Good old Ronnie boy.
So the Gateway Pundit reported on the rally full last night, blah, blah, blah. But she said something about BDE. Olivia, what is BDE?
Big dick energy.
Okay, segment that one.
Can we get that a little bit more clearer?
Here we go. Here's Carrie Lake.
Is Governor Ron DeSantis.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, she is pretty.
Alexa, is Carrie Lake married?
Here's something I found on the web. According to travelculture.com, she is married and has one child.
Oh, damn it.
Did that answer your question?
Unfortunately, yes.
I don't know if he's looking down here, but he's up.
Hold on. Did you see the cleavage when she bent over? I don't mean to be juvenile, but... Oh, sorry. My bad. Oh, I saw boob. Did you see a little boob? I saw some
I don't know
boob.
if he's looking down here, but he's up there in that room, and we appreciated
Joe
him.
Padula's looking down there.
Yeah, I was say he's looking.
All right, I'm going to tell you.
I can't stand up right now. I'm getting BDE.
Fantastic. He is gutsy. The guy has bigger. Okay.
Did you hear someone in the crowd go, cojones? Did you hear that?
I mean, it is Arizona.
Okay. Wait, let me think about how I want to word this. My staff always says, whatever you do, do not say balls.
Oh.
So I'm not going to say it.
Stress balls.
That guy has a backbone made of steel. I'll tell you what he's got. I don't know if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means? Ask your kids about it later.
Don't ask your kids about BDE.
No, ask your kids. They'll
I
tell
call
you.
it Big DeSantis energy.
Oh, there you go. Did she just call DeSantis a dick? Right? Inadvertently? Right? By accident?
In the best way possible.
Yeah.
Right? He's got the same kind of BDE that President Trump has. And frankly,
So would that stand for Big Donald Energy?
Yeah, that's right. Big Donald Energy. It sounds like a drink. I'm going to sell it. Right.
has the same kind of BDE that we want all of our elected leaders to have.
Yeah, even if they have vaginas. Yeah, BVE.
I couldn't come up with something to fill the D in.
Yeah, BVE, big vagina energy, right?
Sure, we'll go with that.
It sounds terrible.
It does.
I can just see it right now.
Like, hey, yo, man, you got a big dick. Thank you. Yo, you got a big vagina. What?
That's like the Grand Canyon.
I've never.
Dude, to Clay.
Oh,
Colonel Angus.
All of a sudden, they start clutching pearls that they're not wearing.
Don't worry.
Right.
You have that BVD.
What do you like? It's a false.
You'll get some pearls.
Right. Here, let me. Do I have the effect? Hello. Yes, B. This is a beautiful vagina in here. Wow. So much room. I can put a couch over there. I'm going to hang up some paintings there.
Stairmaster TV.
Oh, look at this. Hello. Right. Unbelievable. There's BVE for you.
All the middle-aged ladies, such as myself, are on Google going, what does BDE mean?
I'll tell you what, her husband doesn't have it. She has no stretch marks around her mouth.
For the moms out there, I'm really sorry that I threw that out.
My bad.
So, you see, Governor DeSantis took that Trump strength and that Trump energy, and he brought it to his home state during COVID, and he showed America what it means to have a governor who is a fighter, who will defend our freedom and not sell us out. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for that.
Mickelborg, BTE.
Yes,
Olivia, what do you think BTE stands for?
Big titty energy?
No, big twat energy.
Oh.
I was going with, like, big testicle energy.
Look, she's looking right at me. Carrie Lake.
She's looking at all of us.
No. She's looking at me. Right. How you doing?
It's a good place to pause.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know what happened. I'm sorry.
You got anything?
Carrie Lake. Yeah. All right. No. Oh, Mickelborg said you were right. Big titty and energy.
No, he said no titty.
No, I think he's saying no to me with the twat.
There's no comma.
Yeah, come on.
Punctuation matters in this case, Jay.
It's Mickelborg. He'll be in Facebook jail in a matter of minutes anyway.
Yeah, we'll see you on YouTube
matter.
tomorrow.
All right. I'm glad you reminded me on the Kerry Lake. Thank you for that. Sam, you got anything before we get out of here?
It was a little disheartening to see one of our favorite places go woke this last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. O'Connor's.
Yeah.
O'Connor's. Yeah, you think it went woke? I think it was just having fun.
I think they were just having fun.
Yeah.
What?
I think they were just having fun. Yeah. It was a good time. I had fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah. They had a great DJ outside.
He was really on it. I love the honoring Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Had to honor Olivia Newton-John. Throw that song
Had
in there.
a crush on her when I was 13.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too.
Named my daughter after her.
She's got chills. They're multiplying. Yeah, she died, huh?
Yeah.
So did Anne Heche.
Yeah, Anne Heche didn't make it.
No.
I didn't think we'd think she was going to make it. Not after that, the drive into the house there and, the burns and everything. What they find cocaine in her system, too?
Cocaine and fentanyl.
And, oh, boy.
They were keeping her alive long enough to be able to harvest the organs.
Oh, yeah, because somebody actually got her, was it her liver?
I mean,
or her kidneys?
But I think her kidneys, because I wouldn't want her liver with
cocaine that's a good point.
Alcohol.
Yeah, but one of her organs that were donated was actually helped save someone already.
Yeah, I believe it was the kidney.
All right. Olivia, you got anything before we get out of here? Learn anything today?
Well, I agree with Carrie Lake. Ron DeSantis does have BDE.
Right. If there was a politician that you could make your boyfriend or marry, who would that politician be? Because Ron's married. Now, I can work out a deal with you. I'll take Melania away from the Donald, and you go after the Donald.
I don't know. I think he likes models, and I'm 5'2".
That's model height.
Yo, don't worry. We got heels for that. Yeah. Yeah, he does love some models, though.
He does.
Well, to answer your question, probably, if someone could take away Ron DeSantis' wife, my answer would be Ron DeSantis.
I'd do her, too, but, I would have a conversation with her, too, but I think she's happy over there. He's got BDE. Right. Nice job today, Olivia.
Thank you.
Chris, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm looking on the screen.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at that, huh?
The eyes, the background. I'm fascinated about the background.
BTE.
Wait, that is a blue dress.
Yeah.
We all know who likes blue dresses.
That's right. Blue is also my favorite verb. Right. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Hey, thanks again for enabling us to have a conversation here today. And a year ago, don't forget what the hell happened over there. Leadership is so important, and so are stress balls. Right, Lance. Okay, don't forget to share, like, comment, throw some stars if you could on Facebook. Subscribe to the channels, and hey, we'll catch you next time on the Joe Padula Show, America's Party with a Purpose. Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
Non-stop Vegas action has arrived. Oak Grove Gaming is now open. Experience a whole lot of Vegas fun, minus the flight, at Oak Grove Gaming. Spin and win big on over 1,300 of the latest and greatest games. Indulge and eat like a king at our 4 fantastic restaurants. Live it up at the lively bars and lounges. Conveniently located off I-24, exit 86, across from Fort Campbell. Just a quick spin away. Plus, now you can reserve your room for when our luxurious 5-story hotel opens. For reservations and more exciting information, visit oakgrovegaming.com. That's oakgrovegaming.com. Oak Grove Racing, Gaming, and Hotel. So Vegas, so close. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey everybody, this is Water Dogs Rich from Water Dog Scuba and Safety. What do I love about the Joe Padula Show? You got a veteran like Joe going after his dreams and bringing so many people together from so many different walks of life here in Clarksville. Absolutely.
This is Jenna Bonacci from Moth to a Flame Candleworks. Over 10 years ago, my late mother and I began making all-natural homemade candles, and we were amazed by the demand. So in her honor, I'm continuing the mission of creating the most amazing aromas for your home, office, and events. Some of our scents include vanilla, sandalwood, all of the holiday scents you can imagine from cinnamon to pumpkin pie, to include the gentleman scents such as leather, bourbon, coffee, and more. The possibilities are endless. If you name a scent combination, we can make it for you 100%. For more information, join the Moth to a Flame Candleworks Facebook group and see the hundreds of possible fragrance combinations, or you can email us at mothtoaflamecandleworks@gmail.com. Moth to a Flame Candleworks, a perfect gift.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.